Welcome to the Business Spotlight, brought to you by Rober and Phillips Attorneys at Law and Mercantile Bank. I'm Bob Goff. My guest today is Jennifer Young with Mr. K's Fabric. Welcome.
Thank you.
We were talking about it being so flippin' hot outside, and it's a little warm in here today, but it would be much warmer if we didn't have these fine blinds.
You have these nice screen shades that block out. It looks like maybe about 99% of your sun, so that really helps keep that sun and that heat out.
Yeah, when we do produce a lot of podcasts in the mid to late afternoon, and if we didn't have them, we'd be all backlit, and it would be. But no, they're great, and they again, you got the little remote button up and down.
I know, isn't it
just
nice?
I got to get up there and change batteries. I don't like that.
I know.
How much you do that for a service call though?
Oh yeah, service call.
God. Maybe I can fit that in the budget. So.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you can.
Let's talk about Mr. K's.
Okay.
You guys have been doing business for a long, long time, and you are one of Quincy's fine, well-established small businesses. How have things been in the business climate for you as of late?
They've not been too bad. We've had, of course, I bought the business about a year before COVID, so that was kind of a scary thing. But that was also turned out to be a good thing because people spend a lot of time at home. So people were looking around and like, oh, I need to replace my shades, or I need to get this reupholstered, or I need new awnings, or stuff like that. They're just in the home offices. They had to add things in for that, or if they had trees were cut down and, oh, now I need new shades because now the sun's blaring in because the tree got cut down. So business has been good. We do a lot of business in the Quincy area. We're probably, I'd say we travel 60 to 80 miles outside the Quincy area. We're lucky enough to be, one of the only kind of places that does what we do, between here and St. Louis or Springfield. So with the products that we offer.
Well, it's all about the custom applications you guys can do.
Correct.
You guys can look at any situation like ours. Wasn't exactly a easy fit, and you figured it out, measured it, boom, done. And like I said, I think that's the key is your service. You guys are always prompt, and you say you're going to have something at a certain time, and you've got it at a certain time, and if it's not a certain time, you're like, okay, it's a little late, we'll be here in a day or so. But you guys are very good about outreach and communication with your clients.
We try to pride ourselves in customer service. Customer service to me is very important. I grew up Jack's, Shopco. I've managed a Bath and Body Works. I've managed a Deco. I've been in a lot of different positions where customer service is very important, and it's still important to me. I mean, that's just what I grew up in. So it's very important that our customers feel that we communicate well with them, that they're not a number. It's a customer. It's all about, as I've said before, in other interviews I've had, it's building relationships. That's what it's all about. It's building relationships with business owners, it's building relationships with homeowners. It's helping them to find the needs that they're going to help fit their, or the solutions are going to help fit their needs, whether it's an awning or reupholstery or shades.
Yeah. Well, and again, I think that with that and having, being a hometown business, employing hometown people, how big is your staff now?
We have 10 people, including myself.
Okay.
So when I bought the business, there was 5 of us, and we've grown it.
That's great.
Yeah, it's very exciting.
Yeah, and your installers, and they're and again, it's the accommodation, the customer service. It's you need something for a certain time. Have you? I know we had years, months ago, whatever. We had it was a whole deal. Especially like I said, you bought the business right before COVID, and then coming out of COVID, we had the supply chain issues. Has that been better?
It has. We still have a few things every now and then that we're missing parts, but actually, through COVID, we didn't really have the issues that a lot of people had. We had a few minor things, but we were able to get past it. It wasn't like long waits of 6 months or anything for shades. So we probably went from, it's usually 4 to 6 weeks for your shades. We probably went to maybe 6 to 8 weeks. So it's gotten better, and we're back to that 4 to 6 weeks.
And again, you guys, it's not only it's home, it's business, it's whatever your customer needs. Because you see a lot of cool awnings out there with logos and things like that. You guys do all that kind of stuff, which is neat. And we thought about logos on these, but it's like, we'll just put the signs on the windows and just go with the plain black drapes there. But I mean, whenever you see like one of your crews out there hooking up a nice bright new awning with a big logo on there, it really gives a business a whole fresh new look.
It does. And it helps with your signage. It calls attention to your business. It also can help with sun protection too. So there's different things that those can help with. It's not just the look out there, but there's different styles that we can do, and different types and everything. So when people come to us for that kind of stuff, we can give them options our installer comes out, he's been with us over 22 years, he could come out and, let them know, hey, this is what I would recommend. What are you looking for? Are you looking for rain protection? Are you looking for sun protection? Are you just wanting it to be a sign for your business? So it depends on what they're looking for, and that's why it's called custom. That's why when we go into people's homes with the draperies or the shades or anything, a lot of times I ask questions like, what are you wanting shades? And I know that's a dumb question. People probably think of, well, why are you asking that question? But I want to know why, because then that'll help me determine what's the best thing to put up there. And then to go into their house and see how it's styled and everything helps us also determine what product to put up there.
I think that makes total sense, because if you just want them for decoration, okay. But if you're like, no, this room is hot, we need to figure out a way to cool it down. I think that's a perfectly legitimate question to ask. Because again, you are not, being custom means you are not one size fits all.
Correct. I mean, no window is the same. There, you can be like, oh, okay, I think these two windows might be the same, even in the same house.
Oh, yeah.
And they're not. So no window's the same. So it takes that time with that person to, hey, what do you think we should put up in here? And what is your look that you're trying to get? And what is the purpose that you're trying to put them up? And what kind of shades have you had before? Because a lot of times if people have had like a wood blind, then they're used to something that opens and closes. So if you give them a roller shade, they might not like that once you get it installed, because they're used to opening up and looking out to see the dog out in the backyard or the birds, watching the birds. So they don't want something that goes up and down. So it's asking those questions and being very custom. And our girls, when you call in or come in, they have a whole list of questions that they go through. And, we do recommend people make appointments when they come in, because we want to make sure that we can spend that time with you and ask those questions and really get down deep so we know what to help you with.
And if you have wood shades and you got dogs who like to bark at the window at squirrels, stay away from
probably
wood.
Not a good
Probably not a good idea, because they'll just chew and it's bad.
We've fixed a few wooden blinds that dogs have chewed through before. Yeah,
I'll bet. So, okay, address and phone number for the folks who want to reach out to you.
1726 North 12th. We're open Monday and Tuesday 10 to 6 to help those people that get off at 5. And then we're open Wednesday through Friday 10 to 5. Appointments, Saturdays or evenings if need be. So.
All right. And you also have a grand opening coming up.
We do. We are celebrating 50 years. I found out, I did some little research on Mr. K's, and I found out that Lynn Klingel bought the business in 1973, in December of 1973, from Maxwell Fabrics. And then he had a grand opening in January of 1974. So that's where the McKay came from Mr. K's, is Lynn Klingel. And then I purchased it. Well, Guy Chatton owned it for 38 years, and then I purchased it from him in 2019. So I'm happy to say that I can be part of this 50 years. So we're celebrating 50 years. We've redone our showroom. We're a Hunter Douglas gallery. So we've gotten all new fixtures. We've got new carpet. We've gotten new displays up on the wall and everything, and new fabric books and all kinds of samples, and which are mainly power. Just like you were talking earlier about, you love the power shades, and I do too. They're so handy, and that's the way everybody's going. Hey, Alexa, open the shades. Hey, Alexa, close the shades. So we're doing that on September 13th and 14th. September 13th, we're having a ribbon cutting at 11:30 with the chamber, and then we'll have Kelly's come in and do some hors d'oeuvres for us. And then we're not usually open on Saturdays, but we're going to be open Saturday the 14th from 9 to 1, and we've got Farmhouse Coffee out in the parking lot that people can come purchase coffee. And we've got a florist out there in the parking lot, backyard bougie floral. Sorry, I know I'm mutilating it, but
bougie's fine.
Yeah. So we're going to have that out there too, that people can come and get flowers and everything like that. We've got some yummies from the Yum Factory over the weekend, some nice sweets.
Yummies, not gummies. Make sure you say that.
Yummy from the Yum Factory. So some cupcakes, some cookies and everything. So we're so excited. And then our Hunter Douglas rep is going to be there on Friday. And she's been in the industry as a salesperson and everything for, probably 15, 20 years. So it'll be nice to have her there to help answer questions and anything. So we're very excited to be celebrating this.
All right. Well, grand opening 13th and 14th out of Mr. K's out on North 12th Street. So thanks again, Jennifer.
Yep. Thank you.
That's all the time we have for now. I'm Bob Goff. We'll see you next week.